Welcome to the 2025 ceremony of graduation of the Vocational Training Program. We are joined by people who have played an important role in this journey of our graduates, teachers, staff, family members, friends, and loved ones. My name is Xiumei Ruan, and I'm delighted to guide you through this celebration alongside my wonderful co-host, Gloria.
Thank you, Xiumei. And hi everyone, and welcome. It's such a joy to be here with you, celebrating our graduates. And I feel so proud of what they have done, because they work so hard, they face many challenges, and that takes real strength. A warm welcome to Professor Robert, our exceptional graduates.
This is not just a graduation, it's a mark of the beginning of a new life, one where our graduates are equipped to understand and navigate to the culture of this country that they now call home. Why it's my honor to present to the person that's made everything possible, the one with the magic touch. Professor Robert Griffin, please join us. The floor is yours.
So thank you everyone who's here so far, and those in Zoom, and special guests, and Lada as well, and former graduates. It's really nice to see you here. So it's been a really wonderful opportunity for me to do this all these years, and it's not because of Canvas or City College. City College helps, but it's because of you, right? I mean, I'm so lucky. Just look around the room. Look in Zoom. Look who's here, right? Wouldn't you like to spend all of your time, or a good part of your time, with these people? So I'm honored and super lucky to have a job where I get to do this, right? And so I was talking to somebody recently in a one-on-one meeting, I think, about how find a job that you love. Because if you have a job you love, it doesn't seem like work. It seems like doing one of your favorite activities, right? I mean, I don't wake up in the morning and go, I have to teach. No, that never happens. But I've had jobs before where that happened, right? So I know what it's like to have a job that you don't love. So I guess the most important thing for me is to express my gratitude to you, right? Because you could say I did something, but really I didn't. Think about all the things you've done, whether it's creating screencast videos, whether it's creating assignments, whether it's teaching us how to use AI. I didn't do that, right? I kind of feel like my job is to just kind of open that door and let you walk in.
Professor Robert has been the strong trunk of this, the foundation, the roof of our wonderful community. But this tree has many branches.
Inspiring words. I can speak for all of us, and I can assure that you have made a huge contribution to our lives. So your kindness, your patience, your passion, and all of these attributes will stay with us, no matter where we are.
We would like to take a brief moment to honor one of our classmates who could not be here with us today due to the passing of his father. Oscar, in this difficult time, our hearts and thoughts are with you and your family. Want to join us in observing a minute of silence, a sign of our support and solidarity.
This is life. Sometimes give us challenges, sometimes give us reasons to celebrate. And today we highlight the courage and commitment that resulted in us coming together here.
First of all, Oscar, we're so sorry for your great loss, and we talked about it a little bit a few days ago in class, and hopefully you've been receiving some loving and supportive messages from people in the WhatsApp group. We've kept you in our hearts, and we're glad that you're able to be here today to share this event with us. You're here We can see you. You're also in our heart. So we're like family. You're like a member of our family. We hope that our love and support will help you with your grieving process or with where you are now. And so important to us all. I think, when we all think of Oscar, we think of someone who has awesome skills, but is also really kind and helpful and sharing what you know with us. And I remember, when I first met you and you were first in my class 9 months ago, and I remember, he's kind of quiet and he doesn't talk too much. So you didn't make a real strong first impression on me, but a couple of things really shone a bright light in my head, and that was one, when you spoke at the Board of Trustees meeting, and you gave such an eloquent speech, expressed yourself so clearly and so powerfully. We were preparing for recruiting last semester, if I remember correctly. And, one day you said, "Robert, can I show you something?" I said, "Yeah, okay, wait a minute. Robert, can I show you something?" And I said, "All right." So then I think it was after class in Zoom, you showed me this amazing animation that kind of one of our AI leaders, right? I think you were one of the people who kind of sort of gently pushed me, hey, we need to do more with AI. We need to learn about AI. We need to use AI. Your husband's pro ChatGPT account with us, so we could take advantage of features that we didn't have for free. So that also reminds me of how you're not constantly talking or interrupting. You're kind of a quiet power, like a superpower that we have when we need it, right?
So much. I am very excited to hear. So yeah, it's true. I am happy for a hard family moment, but I have received a lot of love for different people in my life. So I am very happy to I am very happy could participate and learn in the VOTP. I am very thankful for you, Robert, because you make me and make all of my classmates very confident and happy in this program, because it's very hard being immigrant in US. So yeah, thank you so much.
I want to echo some of the things Robert has said. Hi, Oscar. By the way, we are with you in spirit in this difficult time, and I'm very honored to be here. My name's Kurt Sanford. I'm a teacher here at the Chinatown campus. I met Oscar about 1.5 years ago in our highest level of ESL we have at this campus. And I got to know Oscar really well because I often ask for volunteers to help in the community, to help the school, and Oscar was always ready to volunteer for everything. Oscar became the secretary for our associated student group. So first I want to say a little bit about Oscar's character, to repeat some of the things that Robert said. Oscar is one of the most caring, generous, compassionate, caring, helpful people I've ever met. I think if I had to summarize Oscar in just one phrase, what can I do to help? Is just how can I contribute? Also, Oscar is tremendously positive. In good times, always very positive. But even when we had challenges, and now in this difficult time, Oscar continues to be positive and move through difficult situations, and that really helped our ASC group through some difficult times.
Oscar, my friend, I just popped in to say, when you were in my class, I always thought of you as Oscar the Rock because you were quiet, but you got people organized without me having to do it. And I haven't had you in class since VOTP, but I did listen to your amazing speech at the Board of Trustees meeting. And whatever you do, you're going to go far.
He has become a big supporter of our program and understands its importance and always supports us. So we're super happy. We're grateful for your support, Gregoria, and we're thankful that you can be here with us. Welcome.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here on Zoom. I apologize I couldn't be in person, but just know that I'm there in the spirit, and thank you so much for allowing me to address to you. So VOTP graduate, this is an amazing celebration. This is something that you have to celebrate. Those little accomplishments go far. As Robert mentioned, English is my second language, and I know what it takes to learn the language, and I am still learning after so many years. There's always room for improvement. I just know that, the more you practice, the easier it gets, and to speak with more confidence, and that takes courage. And I congratulate you for being persistent, for originally from Bolivia, South America, and I started learning English when I was a junior in high school. And the minute I started learning, I loved the language. And I said, I want to learn as much as I can. And I used to bother my teachers with vocabulary words because I wanted to learn as much as I could. They will give me a list, and I will go back the next day and say, well, can you give me another one? Can you give me another one? I need more. And finally, my teachers got tired of me, and they say, here's a tape. Just listen to the music and see how much you can get out of the words that you can understand. And it was a journey, and I loved learning. And one of the things that helped me a lot is just make the connection with people, and that's what you have done in your classes. Just continue that relationship, but just know that you're not alone. Same as me, I know I'm not alone. I can pick up the phone and say, how do I do this? Or I didn't understand that. So just make sure you always reach out to people who you trust.
Again, congratulations to the 15 graduates. I know you have worked extremely hard to get to where you are today, and certainly I saw the names of the other 27 who's going to be graduating next semester. So keep going. That's it's great to be on a journey to accomplish a very meaningful goal. Just a quick story about myself. I was born in Cambodia. I fled with my mom to Thailand as a refugee, and then we came over here to Oakland before we settled down in Los Angeles. But I remember when I was 7, 8 years old, when we first came over as refugee, my mom would go to, there's a school, it's called Evans Adult School, Community Adult School on Sunset Boulevard. And I remember going to classes with her back in the 80s so that she can learn English. So again, there's something very, very special about helping students, right, learn, English and being able to be proficient, right, here in the U.S. But again, this is a special community, a special place. We have amazing faculty, amazing staff, amazing administrators who care about you, students and graduates. We want you to succeed. We want you to always know that we're here for you. That's why we are here. CCSF is here, and will forever be here. It's just a matter of how can you, right, seek out the support and resources that you need, and how can we, again, help, make it easier for you to access your education and to enter the workplace. So, again, kudos to all that you've done. I always just share it with you. In life, sometimes you're on top. Sometimes things are going great. Sometimes things are wonderful. Sometimes teams win championships. Sometimes you get the A+. Sometimes you get the ideal job. Sometimes you get the promotion, the advancement. Sometimes you just do great things and you're just on top of everything, on top of the world. So when your life is great, stay humble. There's something about humility. There's something about knowing that it can be taken away, that tomorrow could change the course of your life.
He's very proactively engaged in creating opportunities for students, such as the leadership fireside chat and other things, right? So he's very interested in helping students. And so when we used to be, before we were online, we used to be at the downtown center. And Jesse would always support us. He would always come to our graduations. He also even still helps us do the mock interviews in December. So despite his journey and it being super busy, he's always been like a rock of support for us in the VOTP program. And we're super happy that you were able to come today and join us in our celebration. People, you think, this is one of the best humans I know. So Denise qualifies as one of the best humans that I know. I probably wouldn't be here today if it weren't for her. So the reason is, when I started here, I got hired as a full-time teacher, and teachers have to go through a process, a tenure process that lasts for, I think, 3 years or 3.5 years or something like that. And she was the leader of my tenure review process, right? So I remember, I was nervous. And I remember I had one really bad class one time when they were observing. I don't know if you were there for that one, but I was like thinking, oh my God. And she was so supportive of me, right? She gave me confidence. And so, I think through her as well as through other colleagues, they trusted me to take on this. This program was already really good before I started doing it, right? But you didn't just want anybody to take it over, right? So, because of Denise and those two other colleagues who trusted in me to do this, I've had this great career here, which has meant so much to me.
So I knew he was going to be great, and I knew he would be great with this program because he came to the college with many skills. And these skills he used that he knew from business. He came to the college and he developed this program to be even better than it was before. And so Robert is fabulous. You are very fortunate to have had Robert. And Robert, of course, is fortunate to have had you. But he's great. You will be very successful. He's very, very humble, but he is fabulous. Woo!
So, Chanel, some of you probably, if you're a first semester student, you may not know who Chanel is, right? We haven't seen her much because she's been super busy advancing her career, volunteering, working, learning, right? So those are all things we can appreciate. So those of you who were here last semester, remember Chanel as someone who was very active and friendly and contributed. For example, Chanel is also a very talented artist and calligrapher. So last semester she created a beautiful calligraphy. So I think it was something like "Congratulations VOTP" in Chinese characters, and we put it up. And I think we even use that as part of our logo now, right? We've used it on some of our presentations, I think, right? So Chanel is very focused, so intelligent and artistic, and good people skills. What a great combination, right? Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm so touched and I'm moved by my teacher, Robert. Yes, I think in my life, who is the most important when I entered into US, I think is Robert. And I think he is special, and because he always makes me special, just like today, you give me a surprise because I'm the first person to be here. I think, what happened? I think Robert is very great because he made everyone of us very great and special. So I can share some moment with you. Firstly, I think why I'm so confident be here and more easy be here because of you. 2 years ago, I come here, I feel so strange and I feel scared something. But today, I'm not so scared. I feel comfortable than before. You know, the immigrant or the people from other country, so many difficulties.
Thank you. I didn't prepare any speech, but I want to say the couple words which came from my heart, because when you are new here and didn't know anything about workplace culture, how to find work, how to learn English, how to speak even. And this program is wonderful to learn all the skills. It's not only computer skills or work communication. I think Robert gave us confidence and power to be the part of this community, to be part of City College and be a good student. You know, it's not so easy. In the beginning, when I just started VOTP, I made some difficulty, especially in edu-typing. It was, even I know how to type and my typing speed was more than 45 in my native English, but in English it was so difficult for me. But every time Robert say, keep going, practice more, and you will succeed. And I remember that. And I know now I can do it, you know. English, I can't understand. I can understand more than I can speak. But Kevin, oh my gosh, when we learn a new vocabulary, so we didn't understand was the meaning of the word. And what he did, he opened the vocabulary and translate for each of us. You know, it takes more time. Yeah, a lot of time. But he did it. So in that way, we can know the meaning of the words and can learn. And that word was proud.
In a journey to watch you go through the program and learn and gain more confidence. So I was surprised when you told me that I think Kevin was your level 1 teacher, is that right?
3, 4, I think.
3 or 4, okay.
Yeah.
So in a short time, you've advanced to this point where you're in the VOTP program.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you didn't feel so confident in the beginning, and I think it was Elisa who was telling me that you were saying, oh, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I can do that. And now you're here and you have learned so much and developed so many skills. And then you also mentioned how you felt like you weren't so friendly in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think we all know and respect and love you now, right? You have given a lot of yourself to the community. Also, you mentioned when you became the lead of the Outreach to Teachers team that you weren't sure if you could do it, right? And you did it. We had, it was very successful. That was probably the smoothest Outreach to Teachers I've seen. All the messages were great. I think we had more classes than ever that you contacted. And so I know you also collaborated with Uui, but together...
I want to say, Uui, thank you for that, because without you, I don't know what I will do.
I just want to say congratulations to Yana, but especially congratulations to everybody. I know that the program that Robert has established is just amazing, and all of the things that people are able to accomplish because of that program, it's all because of Robert, your hard work, and the hard work of the other teachers, and the hard work of all the participants. So I can't imagine being in your place. I really, really can't. I can't imagine going to a country later in life, not when you're 18 or 19 or 20, and learning the language, and learning all the cultural things, and learning all the things you need to know to be successful in a professional job. My hat, I'm not wearing a hat, but my hat is off to all of you. I think all of you are amazing, and I wish you the best for the future. Congratulations.
I got to know Yana during the pandemic. If you remember, we were all teaching at our campuses, and suddenly everything closed, and I started teaching online, and here was this student named Yana who was actually absolutely friendly and probably from the first day or the first week, I knew that she was going to be one of the more successful students in the class. Why? She was there every day. She always had questions. She always participated. She was very inclusive. She made friends in the class. So all of those skills that she had, you know, her interpersonal skills, and I'm so proud to see her and everyone else reaching such a goal. As Kevin was mentioning, Robert has done an amazing job with this program. This is Yana. I want to give you a hug. And congratulations to everyone here today.
The graduates have faced so many challenges, not just with the language, but like Kevin was saying, learning about the culture, learning all of the new skills, whether it's technology or intercultural skills or workplace skills. And I am just so incredibly impressed and grateful for all the work that Robert and all the instructors have done.
Say something funny, Chandra.
Thank you. See how I'm beauty?
So, I don't know what I'm going to do without Chandra. Chandra, that voice in Zoom, right? Thank you, teacher. What a wonderful day, teacher, whatever. Like, so positive, so friendly, so helpful, right? I mean, I can hear Chandra's voice in Zoom. I will continue to hear it after you leave, right? In fact, I might record it. Oh, it is recorded already, right? But it's also been a journey, right? So, Chandra, at first, so I remember we always knew from the first minute that Chandra was very friendly and happy and grateful. Very grateful, right? That's also one word I would choose if I had to pick a word about Chandra. She's grateful for what she has and what she receives. That's a great quality, being grateful. Okay. Chandra, in the beginning, I remember, okay, so here's this woman, she's really friendly, she's really nice, right? And I thought, okay, it's great, it's good to have a nice student in class, right? And then there was that board of trustees meeting, right? I spoke about Oscar earlier and how I heard Oscar speak, and it was like, wow. Same thing with Chandra, right? I heard Chandra speaking, and I'm saying, like, what? Like, is that Chandra? It was like, amazing, powerful in Nepal. And I believe, if I remember correctly, she helped push through a law which made child marriage illegal. This is a woman responsible or partly responsible for ending child marriage in Nepal, right? I mean, what I've done in my life is nothing compared to that, right? So.
I forgot my own, so I just copy and print it today. So, thank you, Robert, sir, and thank you, my dear friends, and respected my professor, teacher Robert, And my answer teacher is in online. Thank you. I love you, teacher. And distinguished guests and all my fellow friends. I'm very happy today because I'm graduating for the first time from CCSF College in San Francisco, America. So let's go to the teacher hours. I am truly grateful for the opportunity to learn from you, and your guidance is a privilege which I deeply value for myself. And let's go as a student. As a student, I feel CCSF is my second home. Place where, love you, Fanny, and where I receive your love and knowledge and wisdom. And this learning experience has helped me improve my professional career and easily to navigate whatever I want in different fields. That's so nice place. From my teacher, all my CCF teacher, I learned not just school subjects, but also how to be a good person, to be a kind and helpful and patient, and to live peaceful with others. And this is really amazing with dynamic personality. You are a symbol of strength to me. Definitely, I feel so proud to be your students. And your blessing always bring me joy, happiness, successful. You are a true example of kindness. Once again, thank you for creating such an unforgettable memory in my life. I will always miss you and carry your lesson with me forever. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Whatever you set your mind to, along with all the graduates, I know you will succeed. I know that you are determined. You will not let anybody stop you from reaching your goals. And I'm incredibly proud of you and all the graduates. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for being part of our City College family. And we love you and we wish you and all the graduates a beautiful future.
Thank you so much.
So Ruby has taking care of children, but also she's very active volunteering in school activities, right? So despite the fact that she's been so busy with those activities, she stayed with us the whole day, the whole way. So Ruby, not only has she done all the assignments, but I think I checked yesterday, I think she's gotten like 100% on all of the MyLab assignments, right? And we know to get 100% in MyLab, you have to, you almost have to cheat, right? No, I don't think you cheated. But MyLab has a lot of problems, right?
Yeah.
So it's more than just doing it, right? So Ruby's super smart, right? And super dedicated as a team member, despite all of these challenges. She's stuck through with us. So Ruby also had a challenging interview. So she's interested in the field of early childhood education. And so last semester we had a breakthrough where we suddenly met a lot of HR people, human resources, and recruiters in the field of early childhood education, which is great because we had a lot of students interested in early childhood education. So in her interview, I think one of the challenging questions was, I think because your experience is not with the early childhood, but a little bit older, I think, right? So one of the questions was, the interviewer saw her resume, the experiences with kids a little bit older. So why are you interested in working with this younger group when more of your experiences with older, not old kids, but older than the few years, right? And so I think that was an unexpected question, but you responded totally calmly, and I think you just thought about it and then answered the question And you talked about how those years are so important because they're formative. They're when children are forming, becoming human beings, right? So it's like this really intelligent and strategic answer to a difficult and unexpected question. So to me, that kind of represents Ruby, and that Ruby is available to, is able to respond to challenges, to respond to the unexpected, and say the right thing, say something intelligent, say something strategic. So that one example, I think, is a great example of something that you have that not everybody has, right? A lot of people can prepare perfect answers, but something unexpected happens. What do you do? So I think that's a great example of how you will be prepared in the future for future interviews, future jobs, and so forth. So I feel really confident that you'll be very successful in the future. Congratulations.
In using tools like Google Apps, Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, AI tools, Canva, that has already benefited in my daily life. Beyond the technical skill, I also improve my soft skill, like being detail-oriented and speaking English fluently and confidently. I also want to say thank you to all my lovely classmates. Yeah, your support and teamwork made our group project and VOTP recruitment meaningful. Together, we help each other grow. That's something what I will always treasure. Finally, I want to say a big thank you to our instructor robots. Yeah, your professional and dedicated teaching has guided us this journey. Yeah, you always took our assignments seriously, provided valuable feedback, and you connected us with the interviewers who are related to our career field in mock interview. And you never ignore our question. Every time I see you, hey, let me grab a pen. I took notes. You took notes carefully every time and follow up with the question, with the thoughtful answer. Okay. Again, thank you all for helping me to grow this year.
You really knew us that well, gave us a home, and now you've continued to support us.
Well, your reputation preceded you. So I heard about the VOTP program from downtown and what wonderful program that Robert was running. So when I had an opportunity to help and continue the program, so happy to have you here, even though virtually here. But yeah, and also I get an added bonus. I get to come and hear a little bit about what you've done this year, and it's really impressive. Just every year, every semester that we have the graduation, I get to come down and hear a little bit, and you really are amazing. And so I hope we continue to have you and support your program here at Chinatown. Thank you, and good luck.
Robert always embarrasses me at this.
So, you heard like, oh, VOTP's great, right. But one of the big reasons why it's great is Jessica. So Jessica and I taught this program together for, was it 8 years?
8 years, I think, yeah.
8 years, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully here and there you kind of feel like there's a little bit of love built into the program, and a lot of that came from Jessica, right? So we've heard, Denise Quinn was here, and I told you that, she helped launch me into, this opportunity, and then Jessica helped motivate me to continue. And so it also was really fun because we would bounce ideas off of each other, right? She wanted to know what I was doing, I wanted to know what she was doing. So Jessica's another person, like you see me all the time asking you, give me feedback, how could it be better, right? So Jessica was another person like that. Right, so it was always getting better every semester, and so your heart and soul is still in there. We're making sure not to delete it from Canvas.
You can blame my lab on me.
I didn't tell them that. So thank you for that. I saved it for here. Okay, so but now you might be thinking, well, if Jessica loved VOTP so much, why is she not doing it? Because she became the chair of the ESL department, the leader of the ESL department. So now she has supported everyone in ESL, all of the students in ESL, but also especially VOTP and me. So for example, you might be thinking like, yeah, I didn't have to pay for my lab. Yeah, I didn't have to pay for edutyping. Well, that's because Jessica continues to support us. Software, right? And also funding, we're getting some funding for the graduation also. So Jessica has been, of course, we're very lucky to have such a strategic partner, somebody who knows what happens here and knows the value of what happens, knows that people graduating go on to wonderful careers or furthering their education. So she knows the value and continues to support us. And thank you so much.
Coming to this graduation every semester is one of the great pleasures for me. A lot of my work is like taking care of problems, when you're in leadership. But having Robert here leading this program and working with you and teaching you, and also knowing you and the quality of students in VOTP, I never have to worry about this program, and I always know you will create something amazing every semester, and every semester is a little different, right, Robert? Sometimes VOTP students have done special projects for us, like help with translating our brochure, right? Some of you helped with that. Or, like you said, going to the Board of Trustees meeting, or reviewing our whole website and making it better. And many times this group has, not only are you doing great and succeeding in your own learning, but you're also contributing. Contributing means you're giving back. You're giving your energy and skills and attention and work back to the community, to City College, but also to your own communities out there. And that, I've learned in this role that is precious, valuable, important, and meaningful. It's meaningful because you are connected, right? You're connected to yourself and what you value. You're connected to your goals and your learning and your improvement in your life, and you're helping other people. And those things are what makes life good. Right? The connections you've made here in VOTP, because of Robert and the way Robert runs the program, it's not just learning typing. Yeah, okay, that's important. It's not just learning, okay, my lab and how do I click and follow the steps. It's not just the interview. It's the friendships and the connections you've made with your classmates, right? And I'm still connected with some VOTP students from 15 years ago, and they are still connected with each other. They go to their weddings, baby showers, birthday celebrations, and they help each other get jobs, and they make this a good place that you've come to from whatever you left behind. So I just, I value you so much. You're kind of like the stars of our ESL program. You've learned, you've come up, and you've made something really beautiful of yourself and of your work and of your community. So I really appreciate you. I love this program so much, and I value Robert and everything that he does so deeply. And have you already told him you're going to retire?
I think they know. I've mentioned it in class.
Yeah. So we know we just have one more year with Robert. Yeah.
So make sure you come to the
Next graduation.
Yeah, no, and make sure you
Oh.
come to the retirement party. Help me organize a retirement.
Yes, retirement party next year. We only have one more year with a few other people too. So it's wonderful to see everything that Robert has done and the growth of this program. And I just so appreciate everything. And I also have to say one little shout out to Lada, who's here. Also a VOTP graduate, longtime friend, wonderful person who I still feel connected with. He was my student in VOTP.
And ESL.
And ESL before that, yeah. I saw that spark in Lada. That's our little story, right? It's like Robert was like, I don't know about this Lada guy, I'm not really sure. And I was like, no, Robert, you'll see. He's wonderful and amazing, and sure enough, not only wonderful and amazing through the program, but like still comes back and supports us. Remember what I said about giving back, right, and staying connected. So I hope you will continue to develop yourself, give back to your community, and stay connected to us, and stay connected to each other as you go forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Ning is someone that some of you might not recognize because she hasn't been in Zoom a lot. In fact, I didn't recognize her at first, so I haven't seen her in a long time, right? But she's doing everything, right? You know how it is in class. Sometimes you can't come to Zoom, but you can still participate, right? So why hasn't she been coming? She got a job. This is an example of someone who I think took advantage of the program and got a job in her field, right? So I mentioned before that we had this breakthrough last semester where we made all of these connections in early childhood education, right? We also made a bunch of connections at UCSF healthcare too. So we had two big breakthroughs last semester with people who will help with networking, who do our mock interviews. So Ning took full advantage of that opportunity, connecting and networking with those people in her field, and then using her experience in the mock interview to have a successful interview, and now working in the field of early childhood education. So
I do you a gift because it's a China famous popular animal. So every Chinese, everyone loves the panda. So you are panda in my heart.
I'm not going to show my granddaughter.
We will maybe see a real panda in the San Francisco Zoo next year. Yeah, I mean. Okay, I want to say I'm so excited. I'm happy to stay here today. I live San Francisco. I live so far. I live in San Jose, so no matter how far away, I will see you guys. I met my old friends and my dear teacher, Robert. I'm Miss Ning. I'm sorry, I'm not Miss Ning. I'm Ning Qi. I'm working at a Chandra school. So students call me Miss Ning. This is my working uniform, and this is my name card. The Challenger School, which is a private school from a preschool program to middle school. So even though my boss just gave me a rise salary yesterday, I still took the day off today because I really would like to attend this graduation ceremony. The most important thing I want to say is thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. Thank you, VOTP program. Robert gave me a lot of professional experience and patient guidance during my application for teacher position during looking for the job. Last year, I prepared very seriously for the mock interview of the VOTP program, and then I immediately submitted my resume and the cover letter to the school I want to apply to. I'm very fortunate I passed all the interview and got a job. I think, tell me a guess, secret. My son will be started school this fall semester at my working school, so tuition is free. Every year, many job opening become available at the end of each semester. I hope everyone won't miss these great opportunities. Make sure to browse the job website frequently. Even though I have a job now, but every night I also browse the website online. Maybe next better opportunity will come in. So submit a practice of resume and attend as many interviews as possible. The more interviews you attend, the more famous you will become with the recruitment process in the industry, which will also boost your confidence. Challenger School has a lot of challenges, but I have the best supporter, teacher Robert, and you guys, friends. It's my good powerful for me. I'd like to share 3 pieces of advice that help me most. First one is identify your goal. Make sure what you want to do, which job you really like. In your mind, you need to balance your family situation and balance your child, husband, background, education background. So make sure you want to find the job is really like. You want to continue in the future. Second one, I think, is find the path to get there. Look for program, mentors, and resources that can get you step by step. Third one, finally, I think, is take the first step bravely and with determination. I know that take the first step is very tough, difficult, struggle, even though it is frustrating, but you have to do it. You must be first step.
When I think of Valentyna, maybe you feel the same way. I think of a big smile, a happy voice, a friendly person. And I remember, do you remember when we first met?
Yeah, it's 1 year ago.
Yeah, it was at the sort of the celebration of the fireside
Yes.
chat, right? So there was this fireside chat where students got together to celebrate, I think, completing all of the different workshops, and there was kind of a celebration. And so Anne Fontanella, bless her heart, invited me to go to that celebration. And I can remember that's where I met Valentyna, that's where I met Luis, and I think, Valerie, we met there too, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that I want to mention is, first of all, that says a lot about Anne Fontanella, right? So I think that was something that you kind of learned and she encouraged in you. Be proactive, make opportunities, seize the opportunities, be professional, right? So it's nice for me to remember that also, Anne Fontanella. But also I remember, like, I had an immediate first impression of you, like, positive, confident, friendly, intelligent, and warm, like nice to be around, right? We like to be around you because you're positive and you bring that energy. So we really appreciate that. That was my first impression, and yeah, I think that's true. Also, so Valentyna's also been busy, right? She's had a very important job, and that's being mother. Tina's a very dedicated mother, because I love it when we get a little look at Rosa in the Zoom, right? We see, oh, that's Rosa, right? And then I know, for example, when we had the practice presenting in person and stuff like that, Valentyna wanted to come, but she had to bring Rosa, right? And unfortunately, I'm so happy that you were able to bring her here, because, for example, when we were meeting downtown, she wasn't allowed to bring Rosa in up to where we were practicing, right? But she wanted to, and that's why we didn't see her, but she really wanted to come and bring Rosa.
We meet first time each other. I was just very, very tiny and nobody know I'm pregnant, and I just it was kind of like speech I need to tell. I told, oh, I'm pregnant, and thank you, Robert, because you told me, oh, don't come, you're pregnant. You didn't tell me that. And I remember first day of our semester start, VOTP for me, it was 19 August. I participate in all classes, and then I very fast preparing because it was day of my wedding. So now I will celebrate every year of day of our semester.
That's great.
Yeah, and I apply for this program to get a job, to get a skill, what is necessary, and I got it, but I didn't know this program will help me during my pregnancy. Before Rosa born, it was too much difficult, and I couldn't sleep tonight. I was sleep only 3 hours. Everything hurt me, and I type. So I was helping. That was so really like my only one magic thing would help me. And of course, I didn't have postpartum depression because I said, oh, I need to do all homeworks. Yes, and Rosa really liked this program. She asked me every morning, where's Robert? And she looked always. I was in Zoom without camera, but Rosa was always looking at everybody, yeah. And today I dress Rosa because today is her first graduation, because she had this program. She was born after like 1 month of start of program, so she participated, did homework with me. Yeah, I would like to say thank you everyone because you support me. You saw thank you, Iryna. We make a lot of teamwork, and thank you, Robert. Yeah, because first semester I was active before Rosa born, and after I think who was study with me their first semester and me second, then doesn't know me at all, like because I was in shadow, I was not active anymore. But anyway, thank you so much.
So when I think of Claudia, I think of someone who's very attentive and engaged in what we're doing. Even if you're not talking, I know you're there and involved, right? I remember the interview you had. So Claudia had a very challenging interview. So we've heard about some of the recruiters or HR people who came from early childhood education. Well, Claudia also had one of those interviewers, but her interviewer came like 45 minutes late, I think. So we were improvising. So I started to interview her, and then the person came, and the person didn't read any of the materials. So the person just started asking these really challenging questions, right? Really difficult. And so Claudia just stuck in there and managed those questions, right? So I think, as I think I also said to Ruby, that your ability to handle a situation like that shows a secret strength that you have, right? Things are going to happen that we're not prepared for in life, and the way that you respond shows true character, right? That's something that I always say when we do those interviews, right? The interviews, I always ask the interviewers, please ask one surprise question. And to me, usually, that's the best answer, because nothing's memorized, right? And that's where we see the ability of the person to think, to respond, to be strategic. And so you did a really great job of that. Probably the most challenging interview we had, right? And so you already know what you're going to do now, but in the future, consider that you might want to do more. And you have great skills for that. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rosa.
Hi everyone, I'm nervous right now, and I
I was preparing short speech. So, but I think first of all, I want to thank Robert. Big thanks. He always sharing his positive energy for us. And I have never heard about Robert said any single negative words. So it very makes me I can learn from that because he did that for me, and I feel very not feel very good, but also I can share this kindness for others. That's he is a very professional, no doubt, but this personality that I very respect and learn from that. Yeah. And so also I want to thank first semester and second semester students. Thank you for with me for this journey. In the beginning I was very well-known. It's a lot of vocabulary I don't know about that. It's very challenging for me, and also some of the skills also it's very difficult for me. But I hang there and do the extra work until very late every day. So that makes me gain a lot of skills. And thank you, Robert.
So, a little bit more this way. Okay. So I've known Iryna for more than 2 years, right? So Iryna was in my level 8 class, 7, 8, or 8 class at the downtown campus, right? I think twice, right? 2 semesters. And I remember Iryna made also an immediate first impression as someone who was very hardworking, very dedicated, very focused. You were always completely focused in learning, wanting to learn more. And I've seen that for the whole 2 years. I've seen that to be true. More recently, I learned we had, for those of you who are not in the class this semester, recently Iryna worked on a team. We were doing an assignment where the students worked in teams to create an activity where you use communication skills, possibly email, presentation, possibly AI, maybe Excel, whatever. It was kind of like an open opportunity to use technology and communication in a meaningful way, right? So students worked for a couple of days creating activities and assignments that some of them I will use in the future, including Iryna's team's project, which I will use next semester. And it's a project the first step is to take a Myers-Briggs 16 personalities test. And after taking the test, it sort of identifies your personality, right? And then after that, if you get to personality, you use AI to suggest professions that fit your personality. Then you use AI to identify a list of skills and experience that you need for those professions. Then I think you discuss with your team members whether that job is a good fit for your personality, the skills, etc. So there's also discussion, communication. And then finally, you can also use AI to suggest interview questions that you might face for that job in the San Francisco Bay Area. Also, right? What I remember her saying to me was, like, I was a perfectionist and I wanted other people to be a perfectionist, and I realized maybe that's not a good thing. So that's a very important realization, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Iryna represents to me a dedicated student, but also an example of what's possible. So when Iryna started the program, I remember, she gave a presentation, maybe we were doing class visits, presentations last semester, and she was like really nervous.
Yes.
Right? And it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. She was like super nervous, right? And then we saw her recently. Some of you have gone to class visits with her, but those of you who came to the in-person practice saw Iryna giving her presentation, and she was like, the only person who presented better than her was Steve Jobs, right? She was,
Thank
awesome.
you, Robert. Thank you.
She was awesome, right?
As I stand here today, I just want to say thank you from all my heart. To my classmates, thank you for your interesting discussion. Thank you for your support. And your encouragement helped me to stay strong through every challenge. Eileen, go yes? Okay. For almost, to our teacher, thank you for your wisdom, your support, your creativity, your belief in me. Thank you, Robert.
So, with Valeriia, I kind of feel like we've done this together, right? I think Valeriia is one of my most trusted confidants, right? Sometimes I want to know, like, what do you think? Is this going to work? How could I do this differently, right? And I could always count on Valeriia to give me a very intelligent and insightful answer. Valeriia has a wonderful combination of extreme intelligence, creativity, kindness, helpfulness, right? Who wouldn't want to be on a team with Valeriia? Everyone would want to be on our team, right?
Yeah.
Right? Now, Valeriia's not someone who says, Robert, wait. So Valeriia, like I said to Oscar, Valeriia's kind of like my secret superpower, right? If I need an opinion, I need an idea, I know I can count on you. Well, that's one of the things I'll remember most about you. Always willing, like, Valeriia, can you do this for me? Of course, right? Another thing is speaking ability. So we've seen a few examples of Valeriia in action, presenting, right? So the one that's most memorable to me was last semester in this place, right? So Valeriia we've talked about it several times, but a transformational, I'll call it a transformational moment. So we all know Valeriia's English is great. We all know she's got great speaking ability, but I'm not sure she knew that, right? And so she prepared to be the host. I think she had her script. She was planning, okay, here's what I'm going to say. And you never know what's going to happen, right? You never know what's going to happen. So I think she kind of like threw out her script and said, I'm just going to have to handle it. It was perfect, right? It was perfect in their life or at school or whatever. And I said, it would be easy for me to be the host, right? To introduce everybody, but why should I do it, right? And so I said, hey, Valeriia, you want to do that? She said, sure. And I don't think we talked a lot about, what you should say or whatever. You just you took the information you needed and you did it, right? So that was a different audience, right? That was teachers, right? Native speaking teachers who might ask you challenging questions, but you handled it. So I think Valeriia's an example of what I say to all of you, and that is, she did that better than I could do it. She did that better than most people could do it, right? Some people, they say to me, okay, I'm fine in VOTP. What's going to happen when I go to a job? And I usually tell people, look, I worked, for example, when I worked at Genentech, and I can say to you, you would do that job better than the people that I worked with, right? So that's one of the reasons why I just want to encourage you, don't think you can't do it because English is not your native language. Because I know you. Thank you for being such a great example of what's possible.
So I'm always emotional. So thank you so much. Thank you for Robert and for classmates. And just today I realized that we can see 3 generations. I observed 3 generations, like my semester of VOTP, the semester before, we graduate last semester, and graduates in the future, next year. And I really thank you for all your knowledge, all your skills, what you shared. We learn not only from the VOTP program, but from the community of VOTP students and teacher. And thank you, Robert. As you already mentioned, sometimes you recognize in us weaknesses and strengths, but you focus on the strengths which even we cannot imagine that we capable to take some advantages or some tasks. And this is the most essential gift what I take from VOTP. This, we believe in ourselves and we can go to the next level even we don't know how to handle it.
Today I don't bring bánh mì or phở. Alright, maybe next time. Okay. So I'm so glad to be here today. 1 year with VOTP is awesome. I'm not the same as last year before I knew VOTP. With all the knowledge from VOTP, and I believe that it's a strong foundation that helped me achieve all my goals in the future. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, thank you so much. Not every teacher care what the way you do. You make this non-credit class feel like most important class of all, right? Yes. Yeah. And thank you for seeing them. Why I'm so emotional? Thank you for seeing the value in every student and every class. Your kindness and encouragement means so much to us. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't prepare anything to say. I just would like to say that VOTP has just a special place in my heart. Everybody knows that. And being here is just so meaningful to me. Being here with Robert and the amount of things that I've learned from not only him but all of you. So many of you graduated with me together in the same room last semester, and it's just so amazing seeing everybody growing and then going on their own path and then just shine, right? And Gina especially, oh my gosh, I just don't have even enough words to describe how wonderful she is. You know, he's so lucky. So because I remember when we celebrated our graduation last semester, Gina just brought so much joy, you know, and just this energy, and she cooked so much food, and we were so happy, you know. Oh my God, this is so amazing, you know. She just has this brilliant, you know, energy which it's contagious, right? Contagious, and I just would like to say how proud I am from for everything, and then everything that you taught me as well, and I've learned so much from you. And yeah, I just wish the best in your future endeavors, you know, in your life, and I'll be here always for you and from all of you.
Gina, you are also like the heart, and I also think of Gina as kind of the voice of VOTP, and I think that your voice is another voice that I hear when I think of VOTP, and I think that we should create a position for you on the board of VOTP governors. That would be the Chief Communication Officer.
Yeah.
So, I think of Gina as fabulous with the party, right, organization and food and thinking about us and what we want, right? So I think that's something obviously that you do very well. But also I think this semester when you had the opportunity to be a lead, right, or a coordinator or a lead, that was a leadership that I think at first you felt uncomfortable about it, right?
Yeah.
Right? So you took that, something that you weren't so comfortable with, something you weren't so sure how to do it, and did it very successfully.
Thank you.
So I realized, I was thinking about this yesterday, like after Uui goes, I'm going to have a lot of work to do. Right? Uui has helped me with so much. Can't tell you. I mean, I'm sure you can probably imagine because I think she's helped you too, right?
Yes. Yes.
She's done the same for me, right? How many times I've asked Uui, what do you think? Or can you help me with this? Or even, can you contact this person in WhatsApp? Because I'm not part of the WhatsApp group, right? So something small like that to something big. She was always, not only did she say yes, but I think she was like very eager to do it and help. And also I think through the experience, knowing that she was going to learn also, right? I think Uui recognizes the opportunities for growth and for learning and actively takes on those challenges, even if they might be uncomfortable, right? It's hard to do things that you feel uncomfortable about, but Uui takes them on. She's helped me so much. So, I remember sometimes, students saying like, the first part of the VOTP recruiting process was so confusing. Right? But part of the reason why it was confusing was because too much detail, too much to do, too much to read, and only a very short time to learn it, right, and start working, right? But if you had seen the Google Drive and those materials before Uui started working on it, you'd be really confused, right? So one of the biggest things for me, I think, that Uui did that not only helped me, but helps the future of VOTP and the complicated recruiting process, is she worked with me, although she did most of the work, to organize, those guides? Mm-hmm. Last semester, they were all different. Some of them were good, some of them were incomplete, and she made them all consistent, right? So first of all, she made them consistent. Then we made a design, all of them are going to have this, challenges, and goal, steps, whatever. And then she reviewed them all. So that means going through and looking at all the old materials and trying to figure out how do we organize this. So you may not, our co-teacher, did so much of the work. For me, but you know what she did for you.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going to be mother.
So in some ways, I feel like Uui was our mother this semester. So we can only imagine how lucky that child is going to be.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to hear that. So I'm really grateful for Robert, you, and this VOTP. So I don't think I can express my gratitude enough today. So I'm not such a student who had great talent like Luis has, like art talent, or very excellent English or communication skill like Mayala or Gina or Valeriia have, and I don't have any wonderful work experience before, but I had time. I took advantage of it, and I took many opportunities and many chances. And every time I try new opportunities or new experience, I learned a lot, as Robert mentioned. And that's not only in the class, but also the last semester I tried to give speech in a board meeting, and Fanny helped me a lot, and I learned how to make a speech. And also this semester I tried to be a shine volunteer, and so the Denise Queen is my mentor teacher, and so I got a chance to be called teacher. So that is my secret dream when I was a child. Growth. And I also gained wonderful classmates. They are you are so talented, and I learned a lot from you. And I also gained this wonderful instructor, mentor, Robert. So I cannot express enough, but I'd like to say, as long as you promise to be my mentor, I would be happy to be my lifetime VOTP assistant.
Can you sign here?
Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. Oh, ay, muchas gracias. Gracias.
So, Rios was, for one, I've some of my favorite stories. So one of them is, to me, Laura represents what's possible. Someone who, in the beginning, you obviously have good communication skills, but felt with the technology, you felt like maybe, not sure I can do this, right? So for on the one hand, you represent what's possible with dedication. I know this program was very important to you. You were dedicated to, right? She's working. She's a mother, a special needs child, right?
Yes.
Very challenging environment and busy lifestyle. But she was always there. Now, sometimes she wasn't able to talk, but I could always see there in Zoom, Laura Rios, right? I knew you were there. So you were there with us, even though, you know, maybe you were working. It was hard, right? You wanted to be there. I could see your effort and dedication. So, we were practicing at the downtown campus, right? We were practicing presentations in person. So we all met in person, right? And so Laura and her partner did their presentation, and then I think it started when I said something like, "Do you want to manage the PowerPoint?" And she sat down at the computer and she said, "You know, I didn't think I could do it before, but look at me now." There. So I think I saw a great joy and pride in knowing that you had accomplished so much and were doing something that you couldn't do before, but really wanted to do.
Yes.
Right? The other story is, one of the reasons why I appreciate you is sometimes you challenge me. Right? Robert, I think it should be this way, or whatever, right? I like that. I like that. You speak your mind openly.
Yeah.
Right?
A little too much sometimes.
So, you always make me think, well, is that really the best way, right? Because, I mean, I hope it's obvious that all I just really want is to be the best for you, right? So, you're helping me when you give me feedback. And then I'll tell another story. I'm not sure if you want me to tell this story, but one time you were, I think it was one of those days when we were working in groups on the recruiting, right? And so the orientation group, they had, made a plan of how they were going to do the orientation, but they hadn't shown anything to me yet, right? So I just kind of, not secretly, but sometimes I appear in the breakout room and maybe you don't know I'm there. I'm not sure if you knew I was there or not. But what I heard Laura saying to Ani was, why did you change what we agreed on? Don't do what he tells you.
We worked so hard, so come on.
And so I think that was really important.
Yeah.
Right? First of all, I didn't know, so, but I think that was important for two reasons. So it made sure that your work was respected. It made sure that I was aware of it, right? I didn't know, right? And also, I think sometimes it's really important in life to get a little bit of a, shake it up. Like, think about this, right? Because I know for me, I get a joy when I realize something.
My classmates, what can I say? Robert, everything has been said. We know how beautiful and how amazing and how the patience that he has. Oh my goodness. It's just incredible, right? It is something that I learned. See, sometimes I speak too much, and sometimes people can take it personal, which is not my intent, right? I never wanted to hurt anybody. I wanted it just to be a strong group, right? And it's just part of it, and I'm passionate about it, and sometimes I show it too much, which is, I think it's normal, right? So I hope you understand my passion, especially for this program, right? I was so passionate about it. I learned so much from this. So what can I say, right? Just thank you very, very much. And every single one of you, every single one of my classmates, I have the opportunity to work with every single one of you. And what can I say? It was the best thing that could happen to me. And I learned so much, like he said. Now I'm not afraid to check the computer. Now I feel okay with it. Amazing, right? So thank you very much. My classmates are amazing. Every single one of you. I don't have enough words to tell you how much I appreciate your work, right? Thank you. But especially one of my classmates, I want to say thank you to Zhaohui. Please. She helped me on every single job that I have it to be done. What is the name of that? My lab. So she helped me on every single one. She made every single video for me to pass. So this is for you. This is so please, just take this and every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. Without you, there's no way. I appreciate so much. No, for real. Amazing, it's incredible. Not enough words to say how much I appreciate your time and your knowledge and to be able to share it with us. It's just incredible, incredible person. Congratulations on your future baby. And what can I say about her, right? What can I say about every single one of you guys? Every single one of you say it and do something to help me to succeed. So this is yours, guy. Thank you very, very much. Robert.
She's working in full time. And mother, I know she's very busy, and as you can see, her English is
perfect.
Oh my God, amazing!
Thank you.
Yeah. So she supports me every time. So I'd like to help if she needs help. So
You did fantastic, amazing. Every single video, guys, every single one. She sent it to me. I mean, who does that, right? She did it. And it's just this, it's yours, believe me. I told Robert, please allow me to take 5 minutes of this time to show how grateful I am. Not enough words. It's never going to be enough. But I really appreciate your time. In every single one of you. Okay? That's just to the next level. Amazing. Thank you. I'm really Thank you, guys.
Maybe if Nicole or Luis want to say anything. So first of all, let's welcome them. So Nicole and Luis, let's welcome them. You want to come up too? Okay. Sorry, I didn't see because of the camera.
Like a lot of feelings right now because, as you know, I wasn't able to continue with the VOTP program, and I was feeling a little sad. I was thinking like, oh, I could be here with you, and I just want to let you know that it's not an easy thing what you achieved today, because I know that you have to work a lot, and I'm very proud of each of you for all the dedication that you, all the dedication and the hard work that you put in the VOTP program, and I'm sure you are gonna, you're gonna have a great future because all of you are amazing. I have the opportunity to work with a lot of you, and I will love to have the opportunity to work in the future with such incredible people like you. And I would like to thank you, Robert, because you're an amazing teacher and person, and you taught me a lot of things, not just about English and computer skills, and you learned me a lot. You taught me a lot about soft skills and how to be a good leader. And I'm sad that you are retiring from the program because you're amazing, and every single person that I have known that was in the program, they always told me great things about you and how you changed their lives. Yeah, I just want to say thank you again, and these are for Julie because I just want to thank her because we were coordinators during the first semester.
Yeah.
And she was working super hard, and I learned a lot from her. She's very dedicated, very professional, very kind, and she was doing above and beyond her duties, taking care of everyone. And as I heard today, you continue doing that, and I just want to say congratulations.
Hi, I'm Nicole. Thank you, Robert, and thank you everyone here, and I'm happy invite me to come back again. Yeah, and I still a student worker in Psychology Family Resource Center, and I think it's that what I learned for the technology community skill. And one very important thing I learned from the VOTP is how could I do to help the community, and how could I give back to the community. And I'm happy, and this semester I could continue to help, like get a stamp and put the flyer, and and thank you all of you. Thank you.
Nicole continued to help, right, this semester, but those of you who were here last semester remember how much she helped.
Yes.
Right? She, because she worked at City College, there was a lab available. There were some students who really depended on Nicole to go and have her show them in person how to do things, and she was always willing to help. And she would always say, to me, after class, she'd stick around, and I was just waiting for, Robert, can I ask a question? I was just like, wait, because I knew she was going to do it. And she'd say, can I tell the class about this? And it would be some opportunity that she found that would be beneficial to students that she wanted to share with the class. She did that so many times. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and I think I have one information to share. Spark Point program, they say next semester they will continue to provide the scholarship for the non-credit student, even you didn't apply the FAFSA. Yeah, so beginning of next semester, if you want to apply a scholarship, could pay attention that information will come up.
What is it called? Smartphone?
Smartphone program. They will have a scholarship to let the non-credit student to apply. Yeah,
So
even they didn't submit the process.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So for me, never can describe how much I'm grateful for Mr. Robert because he helped me out for children a lot of things, skills in VOTP.
Laura, who sometimes she couldn't be there participating, but I always saw her name there in the Zoom. So I always knew she was there. I always felt that she was there with us. That was very important. And also I didn't get a chance to say anything about Luis also. So Luis was, you can see, so Luis was one of the people that I met at that event, where I met Valeriia and Valentyna. And also Luis made a very positive first impression. Very positive, very, maybe a little shy, but that doesn't matter. Like, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go introduce myself, right? Very positive. And I think we saw that the whole time last semester. You were always so positive. He was one who became a coordinator, but I'm not sure if he didn't want to do it, but he wasn't sure if he could do it. And he did it, and he did a great job. And I think he learned a lot. And of course, Uui helped. But I think he recognized also that maybe he didn't see himself as a leader before, but now considers it a possibility. So I think that was an important transformation. Also.
Yeah, thank you, Robert.
Speech to Robert. So, on this special day of graduation, I want to take a moment and express our sincere gratitude to you, Robert, for being such a wonderful teacher and mentor. So your support and guidance have been invaluable all of us, and we are incredibly gratitude everything you've done for us. So before I joined the VOTP, I only heard a good reputation about this program. So I was wondering, maybe the program is very practical or useful learnings. But after I joined the VOTP, soon I realized that's because of this instructor. So how dedicated, how kind, how patient, how supportive, how thoughtful you are completely exceeded my expectation. And I also found that because you are always so sincere to us, so we students also want to reply back as much as we can. And this wonderful cycle has made this VOTP program greater and greater. And you also gave us a lot of chance that we could grow and go. So as he mentioned, it was really pleasure to me to be assigned coordinator last semester. So Luis and Mary and I worked really hard to contribute to the project. And we got so tired. But we definitely felt our unforgettable achievement. And we felt our growth. And we knew, of course we knew there was a lot of support from you. So we are as a conclusion, we are so grateful for your support, your patience, your encouragement, and your unwavering belief in our ability. So thank you so much for everything. We all wish you the best in your future endeavor. Thank you so much.
Yes.
To show our appreciation, we prepared something you.
We need some
Gina.
glasses.
Thank you.
This is not just a graduation. It's a mark of the beginning of a new life. One where our graduates are equipped to understand and navigate to the culture of this country that they now call home. Why it's my honor to present to the person that's made everything possible, the one with the magic touch, Professor Robert Griffin.
You have to celebrate those little accomplishments go far. English is my second language, and I know what it takes to learn the language, and I am still learning after so many years. There's always room for improvement. I just know that, the more you practice, the easier it gets. And to speak with more confidence, and that takes courage. And I congratulate you for being persistent.